Hey guys, this is Toxic Smoke 194 here, ready for a new deck profile, an updated profile of my Geminis. This is a Gemini Warrior deck. Still needs some changes, but I'm not gonna go over that. I'm just gonna see the deck, and when the deck is updated or is changed, I will show you if you want to, depending on what you say or what you think about it. Leave suggestions on the comment section below, and let's go on for the deck profile. First off, we're playing 3 copies of Evocator Cavalier, because Evocator is Evocator. He's pretty much a needed card and almost a mandatory card in uh, traditional, or you could say common Gemini decks. So, yeah. Then we're playing 3 copies of Future Samurai. In normal Geminis, I don't like this card, but in Warrior Geminis, this is also a mandatory card. Since it's a Gemini, it's a light, it's Warrior. It's obviously mandatory. Then we're playing 3 copies of Kage to Kage. Yes, super. Don't judge me. Kage to Kage is one of my substitutes in this deck, just because I don't really think this card is pretty much needed. I prefer Noble Knight Gawain, because you're playing 6 lights in a normal Gemini Warrior deck, since would be 3 Alias, 3 Future Samurais, then you play Gawain to go for light Xyz and shit. But it's still a good substitute for it. Then we're playing 2 Gemini Scorpions. 3 is just too much for me. I don't like it playing at 3. Just 2 is pretty much simple. Then we're playing 2 Summoner Monks, just because you can play 2 and almost all your deck or your most important cards are level 2, so you can special summon them really quite fast, and dumping spell cards isn't that bad. Then one of the 1-ups would be 1 Featherizer. Was really skeptical about playing 1 since I thought it wouldn't come that fast. But since we're playing a lot of search cards, a lot of dump cards, and a lot of stuff, this card comes really fast. Sometimes even in your first draw. Then we're playing 1 Chaos Sorcerer. It's supposed to be BLS, but in the moment it's just Chaos Sorcerer. Not paying for that when it's coming on a tin. Then we're playing 2 Trigodias. Trigodia is simply beautiful in this deck. You get to turn into level 4s. You get to take your opponent's level 4s. You get to stop OTKs. It's simply, this format is super beautiful. And we're playing 1 copy of Gores, because Gores is Gores. I don't need to talk about that. That would be about 18 monsters, I think. I don't know for sure. Then go for the spells. You already saw that one, which would be Supervise. This is the nuts. In Geminis, this is mandatory. That I don't care whatever people say. This is mandatory unless it's light Gemini beatdown, and why would you want to play that? I mean, anti-meta in this world. In this format, that doesn't exist anymore, I guess. I take that back. 3 Gemini Sparks, because Gemini Spark helps you to destroy stuff and gets your grave pretty quite easy. Then you go for the Evocator play. I'm not going to go through that, just look it up if you want to. They're playing 3 copies of Pot of Duality. Bear in mind, this is new ban list. I'll know this would be posted earlier, but I'm playing already new ban list. So yeah, this is just for the next format it's coming. And 3 Pot of Duality is also a really needed card in this deck, since this deck is really, really cloggy. They're playing 1 Dark Hole, because you can only play 1. A Rhoda, that's kind of obvious. Dark Factory and Mass Production. Yes, this is my little tech card. This is my substitute for Pot of Avarice. It was supposed to be Pot of Avarice, but in a moment it's this. I know it's gonna probably turn into a Pot of Duplicity, depending. Then another mandatory card in this format sometimes. There will be 3 Mystical Space Typhoon. Just It's almost a set 5 format. It's not that much of a set 5 format because there's any more good traps that you can play at 3 or at 2. But this is still mandatory because those cards are going to be exploited to the fullest. I'm going for the trap count, which would be 2 Mirror Forces, 1 Compulse, really sad, 1 Torrential, even sadder, and 1 Solemn Judgment. Yes, this deck, well, Solemn Warning, sorry on that one. Yeah, this is not that much of a trap heavy deck. Then we go for the extra deck, 2 Excalibur, because you can go for those plays and go for deal lots of damage. 2 Blade Armor Ninjas, I think that's pretty much obvious. 2 Utopias, yes, I know. One's supposed to be a Mace Trick, but I don't have it right now. Too lazy to look for it. 1 Star Leash, Paladynamo. You probably want to play also an Omega, since if you have Gawain and Alias, this deck uses more lights than running 1 Steel Storm Roach. Wind Up Sea Meister. Don't judge me, I'm just using it for the Beast Stick, and it's just a substitute for cards I don't still have, which would be Cowboy, which I'm getting soon, but I'm not paying for it. 1 Night Puppet Imperative. This is one of my substitutes for Shockmaster, and sometimes better than Shockmaster, because if your opponent says, well, traps, well, you go, well, guess what? Now I'm 1400 attack, what are you going to do? Or, not 1400, 3500, sorry. Then an Illuminite, not going to talk about that. And a Photon Butterfly, not going to talk about that. And my Sexy Token. Yes, Sexy Token. So yeah, that was pretty much the deck. Hope you liked it. Rate, comment, subscribe, give suggestions on the comment section below, and I hope you like it. Well, see you for the next one, I guess. Bye, guys.